The belly. It goes into the belly of the beast.
They're on the move again. 8th play of the drive. McGowan did well to get anything. About a yard and a half. He ducked down inside the 20.
Come on, Kentucky.
Dowdell is in. They anticipate this being the case all season long. Two very good running backs. Leaning heavily on the run. They flip it ahead to Long. Has some blockers on in front. They get banged out of bounds near the 15-yard line. There's a flag down.
Number 87 on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay, second down.
Henry Boyer, who's key on that touchdown run. He's right here as he's engaging with Satarian Perkins. He's holding on a little too long. You see that left hand grabbing the jersey and turning the shoulders. That's a good call by the official. An unfortunate penalty for Kentucky's offense. 6 penalties in the game now, 5 against the offense. Second down, 14. Clean pocket, Calzada. McGowan the catch. To the 20-yard line, it'll be 3rd down and 9 after a 5-yard completion. On Mark Stoops, you already rolled the dice a little earlier. Don't have to get it all here on 3rd down. This is 2 downs to get it. Touchdown obviously ties the game. I think you can just make this 4th down more manageable. Gain you 5 or 6. You can hand it off if you like the numbers. There's no problem with that. But expect to get 2 calls here. Kentucky's offense to try to convert. 11th play of the drive. They've had it for more than 5.5 minutes. Zach Calzada. Out wide. It's broken up and there is no flag despite the protest from the Kentucky sideline. Nick Cole was the defender there for Ole Miss, the junior from Donaldsonville, Georgia. Didn't look like he arrived early too. I understand why the Bluebirds are out. As that ball is starting to arrive, he's already engaged in contact. You see that left arm go over the top and try to make a play, but to me, I think that probably should have been pass interference. No question. Lane didn't like the holding call, but called back the touchdown. That was a big flag. The conference will probably get a call about that. I think they'll get one about this one, too. Big miss by the officials. Calzada lofts it up in a single coverage. And it's incomplete. Probably not even catchable for Harley Gilmore, the 4th. Kinnear was to one of the officials. Mark Stoops is giving the line judge an earful. That is a bad time to miss a pass interference call. 7:50 to go. Ole Miss takes over on downs.
Hey, my treat today. I don't think they'll take that here.
Of course they take Discover. You're stuck in the past. Unlike me.
You look rad.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide.
Totally.
Rated E for everyone.
The extra large New York style pizza at Papa John's is only $9.99 right now. $9.99. Bigger pizza, bigger bang for your buck. Get to Papa John's before this $9.99 price is gone. Because the best things aren't around forever. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
To buy or not to buy? That is their question. And nobody knows shoppers better than Shopify. The undisputed, undefeated checkout champion of the world. Businesses that want to win with Shopify.
You want what I had?
Yes, sir. I worshiped you growing up.
This is insane. If you want to be the GOAT, I'm going to give it to you. You got to take it from me. My training methods could be a little unorthodox.
What are we doing?
Something off.
Do you want this?
What if I say no?
Rated R.
You're not really one for the spotlight, but there is some gravy to be had. You know, I always seem to get primo parking. But you don't have to be a VIP to get more than just savings with Geico. Every customer gets tip-top service with 24/7 fast, friendly claim support.
I never do this, but could I get a picture?
Yeah, it's not like you run into animal celebrities every day.
Stop. It's Doug the Pog. Doug.
Doug the Pog,
Corrected.
I literally never do this.
Get more than just savings. Get more with
Doug the
Geico.
Pog, dude.
On his journey to become the Golden Bachelor, he left it all on the field. Gave everything he had to the game. And then to his kids. Now Mel's starting his second half to find his better half.
Kentucky, 12 plays, 6 minutes and 22 seconds, but results in nothing because the officials whiffed on what was clearly a pass interference penalty. It will have given him a fresh set of downs. Stoops with it, understandably so. It's the longest drive for either team in terms of number of plays or time of possession. Now we'll miss the ball midway through the fourth quarter, leading by 7. T1 Lacey stopped by Alex Afari, a 1-yard gain, which gets back Lacey to an even 100 yards rushing. His last couple had lost yardage to take him back under 100. Lacey again. Couple of rather conservative runs. It's a team that likes to play fast. Do you stick to what usually works for you, Greg, or do you like this approach to start this possession?
I'm okay being a little bit methodical until you get that first down. Here on the 3rd and 7, you got to make sure your protection's settled. If I'm Kentucky, I'm trying to attack the right side of that offensive line. To the right guard. That's the guy that's had a little bit of trouble. That's Kudus. A little bit of trouble with obvious passing situations staying in front. So watch his pass rush for Kentucky.
Austin Simmons takes off running 3 straight runs. He gets yanked down. He tried to deliver a stiff arm. That's not exactly textbook Ole Miss offense under Wayne Kiffin. 3 very conservative run calls. There is an injured player at the end of the play.
It's a quarterback, Austin Simmons, too, man. That's not good for the Rebels.
Good news is they're helping out quickly. Molly reported he did have his ankle taped earlier, and he's not putting any weight on that left leg now. The backup quarterback is a transfer from Ferris State, Trinidad Chambliss.
No comments? Not one comment.
Simmons could possibly return.
It's the left leg, and you see it underneath. He kind of gets
Not one comment about my Salem, Massachusetts shirt, dude. Come on. It's that time of the year.
Put any weight on it as he went to the sideline.
So there's the 4th punt for Oscar Bird. Troy Stellato is back for it. He's dealing with the setting sun right in his eyes. That one is out to the near sideline. Stellato fair catch. It makes it just shy of 40. 35-yard punt. Concern on the Ole Miss sideline as they protect a 7-point lead.
At Burger King, celebrities don't menu. You do.
Hey, hi, ma'am. What do you A barbecue brisket Whopper would be cool.
We hear you. Try the barbecue brisket Whopper today. When your dog hears the call of the wild, have the right fuel to answer. Blue Wilderness Chicken, with 30% more protein than Purina Pro Plan chicken, is formulated to give your dog the energy they need to take on the wild with you. Blue Wilderness, stay wild.
Exciting. We're expecting you. So we'll be making another run. It's love. Welcome aboard, it's love. Exhaustipated. When you're tired of your backed up gut and you need fast relief. New MiraFast works naturally with your body in as little as 30 minutes. New MiraFast acts faster, works gently.
I'm the Modelo recruiter, and I'm always scouting for full-time fans. Check out this year's recruits. The team transfer, married into the team, but acts like he's married to the team. A playmaker can get the ball through the uprights without setting foot on the field. The early season hopeful doesn't hope that this is her team's year. No, so these fans deserve a Modelo, because football is really football. Without you.
Depend keeps you drier than ever, so you can say yes to more than ever. Yes, yes, yes. No. Depend. The only thing stronger than us is you.
Yeah, trendsetter. League of my own, they don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller.
Looking clean, my boy.
Ever since we told Jason Kelsey about NFL Sunday Ticket month to month, he hasn't stopped cheering. NFL Sunday Ticket month to month. Now join and cancel anytime.
SEC on ABC College Football is presented by Burger King. You rule.
Spirited affair in the SEC opener. Ole Miss on the road, a 7-point lead, 6:12 to go. This is the last play of the last possession, the fourth down when they turn it over. Kentucky, Zach Calzada, grimacing in pain after he threw it away. He's twice had shoulder surgery on his left shoulder. It looks like that might be the problem again. So he's watching from the sideline. And Cutter Boley is the new quarterback. He's a redshirt freshman from Hodgenville, Kentucky. Went to high school right down the street at Lexington Christian Academy. Take over at the 40, 60 yards away from a tying touchdown. Play action pass. Looking for McGowan. Flag thrown on the Kentucky sideline. T.J. Donnery running in coverage. Linebacker with the running backs.
15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
And no hesitation from Boley right out of the gate. Nifty looking fake and a deep throw.
And a pretty decent throw at that, right up the bench. And good call by the official as Daughtery definitely engages, begins that collision, and forces the receiver out of bounds. That was a good call.
Takes it to the Ole Miss 45. Nearing 6 minutes to go. Dante downtown, passing off would be tacklers. 15 more for Kentucky. They've moved the ball well their last few possessions. Last drive went 12 plays and no points.
Continue to have to try to run the football, though, as the field starts to condense. The offensive line has to take ownership, and they've gotten some solid movement throughout the game, especially there as they pulled a few guys around for a nice run.
Three receivers to the right, four total. They send McCown out to the left. Boy looks in that direction. Poised in the pocket, and he just missed. Willie Rodriguez the return. Well, he just had to shoot. Looks more comfortable than we've seen Calzado look in 2 games. Yeah, I mean, just letting it rip downfield. A miss there, but that would have been a very tough throw, especially with some pressure at his face. This young freshman's the future of the program. They got a lot of belief on his shoulders.
I got a dipper in, dude. Got a little dipper in.
After a 1-yard gain, Will Eccles has had a nice game up front for Ole Miss. We did ask Mark Stoops the other day about Calzada. Is he definitely a quarterback? And he said, well, until he isn't. It was a competition in the preseason. Fairness to Calzada, he did lead a 12-play drive last time out. It ended in part because they didn't get a flag on a...
One more dipper left, dude.
Interference call. 2 possessions before that, they scored a touchdown. The fake toss out wide, and Bowling on a flag down, gets a 2-yard gain. He's a big man, 6'5", 220.
But there's a flag on the far side, too.
Well, you're a terrible spotter because I said there's a flag down based on your wild gesture.
Number 1 on the offense. The penalty is declined.
There was a flag down. You rehired.
Perfect. Big 4th down. And trying to make that 4th down a little more manageable with the quarterback run. And got to be thinking here on 4th and 7. Make sure the protection's sound and try to find Kendrick Law.
Well, it was 4th down and 7 last year. Under much different circumstances, they were their own 19 when they hit the 55-yard, the 63-yard play that set up the winning touchdown. Now trying to get a tying touchdown. 4:20 to go. Foley off the bench, running out of time, and he'll be sacked outside the 30-yard line.
You can't take a sack on 4th and 7. You can't take a sack on 4th and 7.
The 3rd Ole Miss sack. They're celebrating mightily in lane. Kevin
You can't take a sack on 4th and 7.
leading the way. And they turn over on downs again for the 2nd possession in a row.
You can't take a sack on 4th and 7, dude.
Unfortunately, I didn't check if doing the Georgia bark at my boss would be appropriate.
Go, dogs.
Yeah.
So we need...
You kidding me, dude? 4th and 7, you take a sack
Checking
like that,
Allstate first
dude?
was smart. Barking at my boss, dumb. At least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds.
Hey, bark boy.
These guys are crazy.
This is ridiculous, dude.
The Nissan Rogue takes hit after hit.
It's horse shit, dude.
Punished under immense pressure. And exposed to excessive wear. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality.
Complete horse
We put it
shit,
through the
dude.
worst, so
You
you
go
get its best.
more the hell? This way?
So, to recap, all the AI we're adding, it's supposed to streamline our workflows.
That's the idea.
But adding the AI that makes everyone else's job easier to manage gives us more to manage.
That's the reality.
Well, that's not very streamlined.
That's the irony.
Any business can use AI. IBM helps you use AI to change how you do business. Let's create smart to business. IBM.
When you realize that you've chosen too many Italian ingredients to put on a sandwich, name it something like loaded. So people think you did it on purpose. Arby's, we have the meat.
Why is La Roche-Posay recommended by dermatologists worldwide? High effective skin care. La Roche-Posay Face Moisturizer. More than just a moisturizer. Helps repair skin barrier in just 1 hour. 48-hour hydration. La Roche-Posay. Even when U.S. women's national team forward Mallory Swanson isn't on the field, she always makes the perfect play. With a Bank of America customized cash rewards Visa card, she'll earn 6% cash back in the category of her choice, like online shopping for the first year from account opening. So wherever life takes you, get the card that rewards you for saving the day.
From Hollywood, it's Dancing with the Stars, Tuesday, September 16th.
And a big missed opportunity for the young freshman Carter Foley. He needs to be looking right now at Kendrick Law. He's wide open. Throw it. It's 4th down and 7. The ball's got to come out. And he had his receiver open from the line to gain. Just didn't see him, didn't cut it loose, and results in a turnover on down.
There's Ole Miss with the ball again in a 7-point lead. Since they took the lead, they've run 6 plays without a first down, 2 punts. Austin Simmons is on his feet. He did come onto the field and throw some warm-up balls, but it is Trinidad Chambliss, the transfer from Ferris State, where he won a D2 national championship last year. Deuce Alexander for a gain of 8 out to the 39-yard line. Here's Molly.
Well, Sean, you saw Austin Simmons couldn't put any weight on that left leg. He was in visible pain when he went into the injury tent. He came out with his left ankle heavily taped, threw the football, and looked determined to return. He even sniffed some smelling salts, told trainers he's good to go, so he's itching to get back out on the field, guys.
In this juncture in the game, too, under 4 minutes, 4-minute offense, you have a tremendously mobile option now at Chambliss, so I think it's probably his show the rest of the day, because he really offers the element of the quarterback run that's tough to defend.
Confusion and a substitution on the Kentucky sideline. Chambliss, a good dual threat quarterback, turns the corner, runs out of bounds at midfield. Lane Kiffin brought up Chambliss at Armenia today unprompted. Said, wait till you get a look at our backup quarterback. It reminds me in some ways of Russell Wilson. That's a high compliment. That's an 11-yard run for Chambliss.
Initially, when you watch him at first, you're thinking, all right, this guy's a great runner. He'll be utilized at some point in this offense when the game is absolutely on the line. But Lane Kiffin reiterated, no, this guy can throw it too. So this guy is very much a dual threat, a tremendous insurance policy for the Rebels.
If they are going to lean heavily on the run as they have.
Yo, what up? Someone left a comment, dude.
They have the better running quarterback out there. He's tripped it on this time. Will Mark Stoops start to use timeouts? Yes, he will.
Someone left a comment, dude.
Kentucky, they're first. Please reset the game clock for 2 minutes.
Yo, what up, dude?
2-4-2. This will be a 30
Not much, man. Just watching college football, dude.
Here's Kevin Nagandi.
Sean, checking on the swamp. USF giving number 13 Florida all they can handle here, Bug. Byron Brown, dangerous.
Watching a little college football. What are you up to, dude?
He finds Keyshawn Singleton.
Yeah, the underthrown ball is undefeated. The Florida defenders collide. Easy touchdown for the Bulls.
66 yards, and the Bulls take the lead against special teams.
No way.
Special for the hitters.
Smart by the punter, though. Knock it out of the back of the end zone. Only a safety, not a touchdown.
USF up 15-9 right now in the fourth quarter. We are less than an hour away.
Dude, I'm from fucking New York, dude.
Michigan prime time on ABC.
Here, 2:42 to go. Austin Simmons after an ankle injury. Watching from the sideline.
I'm not in a gang, though. I don't know why I did that. I'm not in a gang. It wasn't like a gang thing.
Chambliss.
What about you, dude? Where are you from?
Down the sideline he goes. And he spins down at the 17. They're going to mark it at the 18-yard line. 33 for Kewan Lacey. Up to 135 for the game.
Just a great job in this game. The Ole Miss offensive line, the run game, just terrific.
Timeout.
Taking things over as fatigue starts to set in.
This will be a 30-second
Lacey
timeout.
gets to the outside, and there's really nobody at home. You look at how heavy on the interior Kentucky is. There's really not a lot of overhang. You have an outside receiver coming to block down, secure the edge. And Lacey's out the gate. Just great execution. Taking advantage of numbers on the outside in the run game.
You saw the reaction of Lane Kiffin. I think he is fairly comfortable.
I'm a pretty good dude, dude. I should have more subs. Help me out here. I'm just a good, average, you know, regular guy, dude.
Part of this game. The one
offensively is how good their running back position is. Lane Kiffin and company, they feel like Kewan Lacey really provides that spark that they just didn't have.
I am a good man, dude.
Diggs being healthy can be the
I try to
to
be.
Lacey's lightning. It's a really nice 1-2 punch. And
Try to take care of my family, dude. It's hard out here for a pimp, dude. It's hard out here for a pimp, man. It be like that sometimes, you know?
Lacey's a more dynamic playmaker to that position. Deuce Alexander's flag down. He cuts inside, slides down. He made the 5-yard line for a 13-yard.
All right, peace out, dude.
Run, but there's a flag.
Holding, number 1 on the offense. 10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
Dejon Stripling called for the penalty. Another big holding penalty. He's on the right side. He's going to be blocking down. And it's really big. That's twice now where they've gotten clearly in the field goal range, clearly into the point where they're in a good spot to try to punch it into the end zone, and the holding penalty gets them behind the sticks to make what could be a game-winning field goal a whole heck of a lot tougher. 7 Ole Miss penalties. Quite frankly, it didn't look like there was a lot there. But they threw the flag. There'll be some phone conversations around the league about the officiating here now. Both sides.
Their third and final timeout of the half. This will be a 30-second.
What? Really?
So Kentucky out of timeouts. They used all of them in both halves. And Lacey has
You're really in
139
trouble.
on 27 carries. Clearly the lead back.
If you're really in trouble, just be a Muslim, dude. My gosh, dude.
Really in pretty wild top 10 after some of the results in the top 10 last week. Clemson, of course, in a tough spot against Troy at home.
You're really
trying to
in
bounce
trouble.
back.
You're
We'll
not.
see exactly what happens with LSU tonight. But man, Florida going to Baton Rouge next week on the ropes now against USF.
Assalamu alaikum.
Start to what should be an excellent 2025 college football season. It's a USF team made a big statement right out of the gate, hammering Boise State. Obviously much improved. Very much so, especially on the defensive side. I mean, my goodness, the whole DJ Lagway and co to under 10 so far is pretty impressive. Lacey trying to strip him. He took a direct snap and lost a yard. And this will take us to the 2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout.
4:158. 27-20, Ole Miss. Ball in the lead.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network, so you can watch the game together, even when you're away.
Here we go, man. We got it. We got it.
My wife is having a baby.
Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. That's all part of the AT&T guarantee.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. My meal of misfortune is now at Wendy's. It's pure torture with uniquely excruciating dips and drip. Enjoy the English.
Right now at the Home Depot, shop Labor Day savings on Whirlpool appliances. Get refrigerators with space for everything. And laundry that fans and tumbles even after it's done. So it's still fresh when you're ready to grab it, whenever that might be. Now at the Home Depot.
Michelin innovates on the road and far beyond. With airless tires designed for exploring new frontiers. Michelin, motion for life.
The Triple Dipper, only at Chili's, lets you pick your 3 Chili's favorites. Like Chili's famous fried mozzarella, honey chipotle crispers, big mouth bites, and yup, I'm officially hungry now. The Chili's Triple Dipper. Taste what all the hype's about.
This is a hot flash. This is a not flash. This is a hot flash. This is not. If you have hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause, ask about Veoza, the #1 prescribed hormone-free treatment approved for moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms due to menopause, so you can have fewer hot flashes and more not flashes. Veoza reduces the number and severity of hot flashes day and night. Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine,
Dude,
or
gas.
Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about more not flashes with hormone-free Veoza. Visit Veoza.com.
You're watching the SEC on ABC. First game of this conference season from Lexington, Kentucky. Ole Miss with the stats advantage. Only a 7-point lead at the 2-minute stoppage, facing third down and 14. And the Kentucky 22. To Chambliss, backup quarterback. Both starting quarterbacks knocked out of this game due to injury. That's a 3-yard gain, and Lane Kiffin has to decide if he wants to kick the field goal. I think at the very least he's going to run all the time down.
Absolutely. I mean, just let it go all the way down and call timeout with 1 second remaining on the play clock.
A great deal of confidence in the kicker. The one thing, obviously, you risk is a block. Carnero was a semifinalist last year.
Hang on.
Clock. They stop it.
Ole Miss, they're first. This will be a 30-second timeout. Please reset the game clock to 1 minute, 14 seconds. 1-1-4. Thank you.
Personally, Greg, I think you kick the field goal. You're right between the hash marks. You have a very good kicker. It puts the game away. Yeah, it's too long to go for it at 4th down and 11. Especially if they've leaned heavily on the run. They've run 13 straight running plays. I don't think they're going to risk putting it in the air again. So getting an 11-yard run is unlikely.
And a backup quarterback in the game.
No, I'm not good.
Obvious, no doubt. Make it a 2-possession game and play from prevent defense. Get out of here with what should be a hard-fought victory.
Carnero, his first time.
Are you a gay guy?
Upright from 51. His only miss in his career from 50 plus. He's made it from 43 and 28 cents. This is from 37. And pretty well seal it for the Ole Miss Rebels. Avenge last year's stunning loss to Kentucky and Oxford. It is a 10-point lead. There is a flag down. Did they hit the kicker? They're asking Lane Kiffin. David Smith, the referee, holding up 5 fingers. I think it's running into the kicker. And I think they're going to take the field goal.
Running into the kicker on the defense. The penalty is declined. Results in play. Field goal is good.
Lucas Carnero over from Western Kentucky. Another big hit. In the transfer portal for Ole Miss. Moving forward, Ole Miss. Also considered their quarterback going down with a left leg injury, and then Calzada getting sacked on the set 2 possessions ago, hurting that right shoulder, and then just, I don't know, looking very uncomfortable the rest of the way and getting some medical attention on the sideline. So Stoops. Even in defeat, though, he's got to be pleased that because they did absolutely play very physical football. It's a brand that can travel. It's a brand of style that will go week to week, becoming a team that nobody wants to play. And while they got a lot of things to iron out offensively, their offensive line and their run game, those being the bell cow of what they become, is huge moving forward. They did a lot of what they needed to do to pull off the upset for the second year in a row. They did not turn it over. Kentucky +2 in a turnover margin today. They had the ball at the end of the time of possession.
I am biracial.
This possession. Now couldn't handle a tough throw from Hunter Boley. Likely be the starting quarterback when they host Eastern Michigan here next weekend. They made a lot of plays, they just didn't make enough. Credit to Ole Miss. They got the defense.
Yo, do you guys have dispensaries by you? I'm pretty high right now. I would say that I'm very high.
Good news is Simmons is walking without much of a limp. It's noticeable on the sideline, a little hitch, but does not seem to be in excruciating pain. Only against the Freeman and rush. That's caught. Marley Gilmore, the fourth. Inside the 30. And spinning down at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, but you got to score right here.
Finally stopped the play, but that's 38 yards. Good spike in here, kick the field goal, and then essentially onside kick, try a Hail Mary. That's usually the operation you try to do under 20 here. Well, the timeout's called by Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Their second. This will be a 30-second timeout.
I'm running the field goal unit out there to preserve some time. Kick that onside kick. Maybe you recover it. Take one shot at the end zone where you could potentially win it. So that's what I'd be doing here. But run the offense back out there. I want to get those three and make it a one-possession game.
Wow, I'm stoned. Little bit up, finish the night off. It's only 7:30.
Disadvantage on us, and that'll be the case in a lot of the games that they play in this conference. They are bringing the field goal team out, so Cowie trying to make it a 7-point game, and they'll try an onside kick. See if they can recover that and fire a Hail Mary. This is from 39 from the right hash from the wind on it. Listen, Perry. And Hunter's the ball. he win?
It really is, and it's just never easy in this rivalry.
Particularly for Lane, who's so used to going up and down the field, leading the nation in points and yards since he's been the head coach. But the 30 seems like a 2 against Kentucky.
It certainly does, and the run game to go as well as it did, to have that much balance offensively.
And to start the way you started. I mean, imagine if you got the second, third, and fourth quarter version of Ole Miss starting at the beginning. They're going to become a very difficult team as the season goes along. So they can start a little better the next few games.
So much adjusting to do in his life in the portal. This is not a dramatic version of it when you bring in those two starters on each side of the ball. There's a learning curve.
Nothing, it seems, at the end of the game here. And some respectful handshakes as well. Here's Molly with Langton.
Coach, back up quarterback, turn it out, you.
Connecticut's Grizzly Zoo was founded over 100 years ago right here. You're seeing animals that you can't see anyplace else. You're learning about those animals.
Well, how you doing, folks? Welcome back. Good to see y'all again.
Eczema isn't always obvious.
Eczema isn't always red.
But now, eczema?
Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome to a disaster thing people can tell. I was contacted a few days ago to pay this 2004 BMW in my mind so that it could be auctioned off, but as you'll see in a second, the previous owner treated it like crap.
Okay guys, well I think it's pretty clear that the dirt on this car was put here on purpose, as that's not a typical road spray pattern. Now the story I heard from the auction company was that the previous owner knew the repo was coming, as they were way behind on payments and decided to take a parting shot at the bank by doing this. It's kind of silly if you ask me, since it's not going to take me long to deal with it, but the interior, well, that's a whole nother story. To say it's filthy is an understatement, and I'm not sure disgusting covers it either. It's clear the previous owner treated the car like a garbage can and was probably baked out of his mind while doing so, judging by all the cannabis wrappers laying around. But just before I dive into this epic transformation, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that thumbs up button if you think this car is gross. Alright, well, as I get to work spraying off all this dirt, I can't help but wonder why someone would do this to their car. I could understand if you stole something out of it, or maybe vandalized it in some way that didn't just wash off, but to do this is pretty funny. And as for those of you who might be wondering why the windshield wasn't clear of dirt before it got here, well, since it was a bank repo, it was picked up by a tow truck, and then it came here on a trailer from the auction house, as it's not registered or plated, and therefore can't be driven on the streets. Moving to the wheel well now, and thankfully this BMW doesn't have carpeted liners in there, which a lot of them do, so I could spray them out pretty quick, but while I've been spraying the car off, I've noticed there's some iron contamination here and there, so I'll definitely be taking care of that in a little bit.
while I spray the underside off here, I wanted to once again remind you guys about my other channel, The Yard Geek, where I've been documenting every step of the development of my acreage out here where the studio is, and there's a new episode out if you guys haven't seen it yet. So do me a favor and head over there after this video and show the channel some love, as I'm really enjoying making those videos for you guys. Alright, well, next up in the process is to use my boar's hair detail brush around all the emblems and other crevices around the car to loosen up any trapped dirt that my washman would otherwise miss. And for anyone wondering, yes, a boar's hair brush is soft enough to be safe on your vehicle's paint. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, I had noticed there was some iron contamination on the car, which looks like tiny little rust spots, so I'll get some of my iron remover sprayed on, which will then react with and dissolve the iron contaminants, turning purple while it does, and after a couple of minutes you can see that it's doing its job, though there surprisingly wasn't a ton here to begin with. Now, just before I put the pressure washer away and turn my attention to the engine bay, I'll quickly get all 8 of the floor mats in the car cleaned, though this driver's mat was by far the worst as the dirt just kept pouring out. Okay, starting on this filthy engine bay now, and I'll of course start by getting a liberal amount of degreaser sprayed on here, and from different angles too, so I can be sure everything is covered. Once I let that sit for a minute, I'll hit it with a variety of brushes, making sure to get into every crevice that I possibly can. But for those of you out there who might think that cleaning an engine bay like this is somehow unsafe, well, you'd be wrong. Engines are designed knowing they're going to be exposed to water and dirt. Think about every time you hit a big puddle in your vehicle. All of that dirty water splashes up into the engine bay, so this is definitely a safe thing to do. However, the one thing I would caution against is using a pressure washer in here, as that could easily blast water into places it's not supposed to go. Of course, I have highlighted an alternative method you can use in last week's video of the Porsche 911, in case you're still stuck in that no running water camp. Otherwise, this is a perfectly safe and very effective method to clean really dirty engine bays like this one.
The high-quality industrial products you need, plus a million more. Call, click, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
When a migraine strikes and I've taken a trip down, side effects like dizziness can throw me off. Migraine again. You really works.
Moving on to the interior now, and after disconnecting the battery so I won't have any issues with the airbags or check engine lights, I'll quickly get the seats removed from the car, as a good chunk of the mess in here was hiding underneath the seats and down beside them. And taking a look at it, and there's everything from dog hair to cannabis wrappers. Now, as I empty out the trunk here, I'm always curious to see the things that people keep in their vehicles, and this one had a few that I hadn't come across before, one being an alternator, and the other being this NWO poster signed by Scott Hall. Alright, moving to the rear passenger footwell here, and as you might have guessed, BMW uses pretty good quality carpet in their cars, so it's not putting up too much of a fight here as I work to get all the debris sucked up. And knowing that this pile is a little longer on this carpet means that extracting should be able to leave the carpet looking brand new again. Moving up to the driver's footwell now, and to give you what little backstory I do have with this vehicle, it's got 191,000 kilometers on it, and like I said in the opening, it was recently repossessed from the owner by the bank, and is going to be auctioned off once it's cleaned up and presentable again. But for those of you wondering about the cannabis laws here in Canada, well, it is legal everywhere, but you certainly can't be impaired when you're driving. So after seeing all the joint wrappers and other related garbage, that's a little bit concerning. Okay, with the vacuuming done now, I'll get to work on extracting all the carpet in here, though I'm only going to show you guys the two dirtiest areas for the sake of not making the video too long. But anyways, as I predicted earlier, my carpet cleaner and drill brush are able to get all the dirt and stains lifted up, so the extractor can suck them away, and in a matter of a couple minutes, the carpet is looking new again. Here's the absolutely nasty half bucket full of water the extractor sucked out of the BMW today. Gross. Now as I get started with some all-purpose cleaner and my steamer on all the dirty plastic trim in the car, knowing that BMW makes a higher quality vehicle and uses higher quality materials should mean that it's going to clean up good today. Though with the vehicle being as abused as it was, I'm guessing there are some areas that are permanently damaged or scratched, like the steering wheel, which looks horrible like you saw in the opening, because the leather coating has been completely worn through, so sadly that's not something I'll be able to improve the appearance of. Moving to this cup holder that has some nasty goo on the bottom of it, and I'm very thankful that BMW was intelligent when designing this car and made it so it can be removed easily. Not only does it keep the mess outside the car, it makes it so much quicker to clean as I can just rinse it out with water when I'm done. Okay guys, now that all the leather is clean, I'll work on applying some of my leather conditioner, which you can of course find on my website. Now what I love the most about it is how easy it is to apply, that once it dries it doesn't look greasy, and it has an incredible leather scent that makes you feel like you're driving in a new vehicle again.
At Chewy, get their mealtime match at a great price. Jack loves a nice, neat chicken dinner. Flash also loves chicken, but neat isn't Brenda's style. For low prices, for life with pets, there's Chewy.
Next up is to finish the decontamination of the paint that I started earlier with some quick detailer to act as a lubricant and clay bar to pick up any surface bonded contaminants that might still be remaining, like tar, tree sap, or any other road grime. And after looking at the clay, well, there was definitely still some crud on this paint. Okay guys, second last step before calling this detail done is to clean all the glass inside and out with some of my best-selling Detail Geek glass cleaner, which you can find in 16-ounce bottles or gallon jugs over on my website at detailgeekautocare.com. Like I announced in last week's video, I've finally opened up UK shipping again, but otherwise we do ship worldwide, so feel free to check out the site and maybe pick up a bottle or two of the glass cleaner, because chances are someone is going to want to borrow it from you when they see how good it works, and you probably won't get it back.
Alright guys, well after a long and grueling 10-hour day, this 3 Series is clean, it is looking good, and it is ready for a new life with a new owner that hopefully cares for it a little bit more than the last person did. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this one, make sure you smash the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, and go ahead and click on this video right there. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
This 2011 Ford Escape was just traded in at a local dealership, and they deemed it uncleanable. So, they brought it to me. Buckle up as I take on the massive challenge of restoring this disgusting smoker's car to a light new condition after more than a decade of total abuse. The stains are horrifying, the smell even worse, and what I find in here will leave you absolutely shook. Alright guys, well as I mentally prepare myself for the nightmare that I have to deal with inside this Escape, I'm thankful that this exterior isn't all that dirty, and because of that, I decided to film a little bit less of the exterior portion so I could show you more of the interior cleaning, as there is a massive amount of work there, likely in the neighborhood of 15 hours. front end now, where there's a ton of what looks like road tar covering the entire lower portion here, and thankfully the pressure washer is able to cut through it and get it removed without too much trouble. But if you're wondering what sort of pressure I'm running that makes that possible, well, it's not crazy. I use a 1900 PSI electric pressure washer that I got from Green Can Pump, and then I use a 40-degree tip on the wand. Now, if you're at all curious about my setup, then be sure to check out the studio tour video I did a couple years back as I run through all the equipment that I use in detail. Okay, well, I had a feeling that all this cake done